Kandra was a teen mom when her 5-week-old daughter was rushed to the hospital. It was there that doctors discovered the child had several broken ribs. Since then, her daughter was taken away. Kandra is still haunted by losing her little girl and says she can't move forward with her husband, Elijah, until she proves she's not a child abuser. Kandra, why are you here today?
To lay all the rumors to rest. Anytime I meet somebody, I'll tell them straight off the bat what happened. And before they even get to know me, I'm judged. We have a family argument. My family throws it back in my face. My husband's family, they do it the same. They try whispering in his ears to cause problems between us and make our fights that much worse when we do have disagreements on things. And when we first got together, he had told me that he wasn't sure, that he's gonna have some doubts about that, but since getting to know me, he doesn't have any doubts anymore. But I just want to prove to everybody that I didn't do it.
You didn't cause the injuries to your daughter?
No.
Which subsequently led her to be taken away from you?
Yes.
And from what I understand, she was 5 weeks old?
She was.
And she had broken ribs.
She did.
Which I've had broken ribs as an adult male, and it's excruciating, right? And I imagine a 5-week-old baby. I mean, describe what happened back then.
She didn't have any bruising on the outside. She was very fussy. She would cry for hours straight. Nothing I did would console her. I had taken her to the doctor shortly after she was born, and they told me that she was colic and gave me a few remedies to try. And it wasn't doing any good. We had a family dispute, and I moved out of state with the baby, and I moved out to a colder place, and they tried telling me when it got worse that it was bronchiolitis, and if it didn't get better, to bring her back in. I take her home, and I know something's wrong. I go to pick her up, she's crying worse. Anything I did, I felt like I was failing her, and I didn't know what to do, so I took her back to the hospital. I knew something was wrong. And they tried telling me it was still bronchiolitis and that she just got a bad case of it and they wanted to monitor it. And I told them, no, I'm not leaving. We tried that. There's something wrong. Anytime I go to pick her up and she's not even crying normal. She's just like screaming. And finally, somebody comes in and they tell me that they're a legal state representation person. And they didn't even give me an actual title or anything. And the doctor accompanied them. The doctor comes in and says, after doing some x-rays, we find out that she had 7 broken ribs. He described it as it was somebody picked her up and they just squeezed until her ribs snapped. They said that some of them were healing and that they were up to 2 weeks old. They did an eye test and they said that she had slight hemorrhages in her eyes. They said that she had little, linear bruising on her back. It was very light. I didn't even notice it. And they said that she had bone chips missing from her kneecaps. And they're reading these all off. And I'm just wondering, I'm a mom. I know I'm young, but how can I not know something like that was happening? I gave up my social life. I isolated myself. I did everything with my baby. She was with me. Somebody would watch her for me to go to the shower or, get her in the middle of the night if I've been up all night with her from everything. But that's it. I didn't just leave her anywhere. I asked the doctor, I go, is it possible, picking her up and playing with her? I'm afraid that I'll drop her, so I'll hug her, I'll hold her a little snug. And they said, no, there's no way it was accidental.
And what happened with this baby?
They told me that without any reasonable explanations that they were putting her into emergency foster care until we could get some answers. And I had to say goodbye to her. They let me stay for a hearing test, and then she was placed under care. And I went before a judge, and they told me that I needed to do some court-ordered services. They had me do random drug testing. I passed all of that. I've never done drugs. They had me do parenting classes. They had me work with a parenting coach. I had a psychological evaluation. I worked with a hands-on parenting instructor. I went to multiple different parent protection programs. And they finally said that I'm not making satisfactory progress being a young mom and being a single young mom. I hadn't graduated yet, not having a decent education. They had me convinced that she would be better suited for somebody else.
So she was adopted out?
Yes.
So this story, which very tragic, and you're here today to take a lie detector test, whether you caused these injuries, right?
Yes.
Because it puts a strain on your family's relationship, you and Elijah, and you made mention that his family throws this in your face.
Yes. He
Pretty
has
harsh,
a couple
right?
family members, and they're nice to my face, but as soon as a disagreement comes and we're not on pleasant terms, anytime they hear that me and Eli are fighting, they try to sit there and whisper in his ear of, well, you know, she has this baggage and all this history. Why are you going to waste your time with someone like that?
All right, well, let's meet your husband, Elijah.
I do not believe she did anything to her child. I have known her for 4.5 years.
Oh, so you believe that she didn't do anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've got all these people talking on the side telling me that it did happen.
When you say all these people, like who? Family members?
Mostly.
Yeah. How would you describe your wife as a mother?
Fantastic. My 3-year-old, he had a speech impediment, so we do regular testing to make sure that it's not coming back.
Sure.
The last test we did, he's 3. He tested intellectually between 4 and 4.5 because she works with him. She doesn't follow a plan. She doesn't follow what the state says it should be. If he's ready to move, she moves with him.
Right.
Keeps him going, keeps him engaged.
So you couldn't ask for a better wife to be a mother to
Our
your
1-year-old
kids.
knows sign language to tell us what she wants.
So you believe by her, she comes today, I'm sure she's gonna pass. She's talked with such great emotion and hurt about this situation that I can't believe that she did anything. Do you hoping that a lot of this will be put to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have these results, not only for our peace of mind, but so that other people
Well,
can stop talking.
Stop chirping.
Right.
All right. Let's find out. All right, Kandra, you came here, took a lie detector test. And we asked you, did you cause any of those injuries to your daughter? You answered no. Did you witness anyone cause any of those injuries to your daughter? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Kandra told the truth. I'm very happy for you, and I hope this gives you some peace.
I'm just so happy to be able to move forward. I'm tired of everyone telling me, well, maybe she did it, or being nice to my face, and then behind my back, I find some of the hurtful things that they've said.
You know, I'm really happy for you. I really am. You were put in, I believe, a really horrible situation by somebody else, and somebody else caused you to lose your daughter, which is terrible.
When I met her, it didn't matter so much to me that she had lost her daughter, because I understand that things happen, people change, whether she had done it or not. I had that question. Of course I did.
Of course.
I didn't know her. My approach was know her. If it seems like she's the kind of person that could have done it, then we'd have big problems.
Right.
But as I grew with her and I got to know her, nothing came up. I never once questioned it. I had no reason to think it. And so that just faded in the background.
Right.
And the problem is that other people keep saying it.
Well, I hope this helps you. I hope you can go on now with your life without the constant somebody saying stuff to you. I wish you all luck in the world. Thanks for coming.